talk in an accent for 30 seconds.
Okay.
You ready? You got your accent ready?
I think I got my.
Wait,
I
hold
don't
on.
know. I got. I
So,
got to think of an accent.
a British accent, you know.
Hey, mate, what are you talking about? This is my British accent. Oh, I think I could kind of do one. But how many? Do you time in it?
Yeah,
How
I'm tired.
much?
30 seconds. 30 seconds. You got to just talk in your British accent for
Oh,
30
all right,
seconds.
all right, all right. So I was going by down the pizza shop the other day, and then I saw this man. This man was a really nice man. He gave me some coin nickels, about 350. And so, well, I was like, why 350? And so he's just like, it's 350. I'm like, man, what am I going to do with 350? And so the man started walking away as surprised of what I was doing. And so I started walking away too. I was like, man, who is this guy? Who is this guy? He comes to me saying 350. Was that 30
Time
seconds?
now. That's 30 seconds, a little bit more. And Jade, I forgot to check time. Now, some people say, like, what do you think that accent was from? Cece said straight from New York. What was it, Jaden? Was it a British? Someone said
Oh,
Scottish.
man.
Abigail King said it was Scottish. So what was it, Jaden? Give us what it was.
I'd say a little bit New York, a little bit Scottish, a little bit
Uh,
New York. I'll say New York.
huh? That he
Oh
can
my
actually. Oh,
gosh.
Cece.
Yeah.
Cece, did you do that? Man,
Ah, come on,
man.
Cece.
So it's a dolphin too?
Okay, okay.
Man, all right. So,
Miles, I'll let
Jade,
you
are you
pick.
ready?
Miles, I want you to pick.
I'd say the
Oh
gorillas. You're
man.
gonna have, Jade, you gotta
Raw
get in it.
picky
You have to like,
monkey.
you gotta jump from like jump around like if you were at the zoo or
Oh.
something. A jellyfish. All right, you ready for 1 minute, Jaden? You're gonna
30
have to. You gotta
seconds.
sell it
30
now.
seconds. 30 seconds.
Viewers, if we feel that Jaden did not do a good enough job, he's gonna have to do the dolphin next. All right. So you ready, Jaden?
Yeah,
For
I'm
one
ready.
minute, this one is. All right. You ready? Go.
Hold on, hold on.
You gotta keep
Restart.
going. You got, you gotta keep
Restart,
going,
restart.
man.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. Restart, restart, restart. All right, all right.
That's like the monkey off the Jumanji. Keep going. It's not over yet, Jaden.
Hey, next one. Do another one. I can't do
All right. The next one is a doll. You didn't finish the minute. When was the most
it.
inappropriate time you farted?
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get time. Oh, so we're taking. I remember this. So I remember. Okay, so.
So the question, guys, if you didn't lay like you got him, it
so
said the question was, when was the most inappropriate time you farted, Jaden?
okay,
So,
okay, I'll tell you. So I remember I go to class one day late, and it was math. All right, so we're taking a test.
wait, was
And,
Carter in the math class?
no, no, not Carter.
Okay, okay,
This
okay,
was in Eastlake, and so
okay.
I remember I walked in my math class, and so I had Mr. Chadwick, and so I remember we're all taking a test and we're writing, right? And I remember when I came in late, I had like my dad took me to like some Alberto's taco shop, and I got like a ham, egg, cheese burrito with a little bit of beans. And then, so I'm taking a test, and I'm trying to, you know, how, like you try to do a silent part, but then it comes out like a real one. And so instead, it becomes a long, wet one. And so I'm like, I'm focusing on my test. I'm focusing on my test. And I'm like, I pretended that it wasn't me. And someone's like, what is that? And someone in my left knew it was me. I said, bro, did you fart? I'm like, what are we talking about? I'm like, nah, dude, no. I'm just focusing on the test. It's like, bro, focus on the test, man. I started focusing on my test. And I'm like anxious, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And everybody's looking around. And there was like oh my gosh, and there was a cute girl two seats in the back of me. And I'm like, oh no.
From Thursday.
So from Thursday, what I wanted people to understand from my devotion was to take opportunity when it's right there. God throws opportunity in our faces all the time, and sometimes we just walk past them. And I think this is a really good time, a big, huge opportunity to use this time right now, this pandemic, as a way to grow as a person. Let it be mentally, where you want to read more, you want to start studying a lot more, physically, where you want to start working out, start doing the exercise, start learning a new skill, or you want to work on your goals, your desire. And so, like, your plans for the future, what do you want to do? This is a great time to focus on what we got to do now, because the time, like, we will never have this time again, because we never have time to do all the things we wanted to do because of school, work, all this, like, a whole bunch of stuff, inconveniences coming in our life. And so I really believe that I want people to understand from Thursday is take this opportunity to work right now. This is an opportunity from God to grow as a person. So when this COVID-19 stuff goes away, we'll be able to be back as better, a better versions of ourselves, because we took this time right now in this, like, quarantine, to grow. And I also want people to understand that you shouldn't fear that, like, we don't know the unexpected, the unknown. We shouldn't worry about, like, oh, what's going to happen next? How long is this? Is it going to be like the Spanish flu? Is it going to kill millions? Like, don't worry about those stuff. Leave it in God's hands. Do your part. Stay home. Keep your distance. Be hand sanitized. Do all we have to do. And just you doing that, you're doing your part. You're saving lives. And so just by doing that, you don't need to worry. But at the same time, also focus on what you got to do to improve as a person. And that's all I can say from Thursday. So, I'll be honest, I lost a lot of friends. Besides being a Christian, I always wanted to be a Christian. People knew I believed in God. Some of those friends believed in God too. But regardless, I don't really got that many friends. I only have a couple. And so, no matter what, when you get older, your circle is going to get small. And no matter what, who cares what people think? It don't matter how many friends you lose or how many friends you gain. What you need to worry about is how you're going to maintain your purpose. How are you going to get to your purpose? And this is one of the steps I had to do to become a better Christian, to follow my purpose, was I had to sacrifice friends in order to be where I'm at right now. I had to do a lot of sacrificing, and it hurt. It sucks. But at the same time, I know in the future, it will all make sense. What had to be done in order for me to become the person who I am, with strong charisma, with strong characteristics, all this stuff, because you have to do these things. You shouldn't be afraid to let go of somebody if they're toxic to you, if they're a dead battery. You need family members or friends who are good batteries, that give you energy, that push you, that light up your flame, your goals, that help you move towards it, who don't take down your flame. So what I think is, I lost a lot of friends when I started getting more into the church a little bit, but it's because I chose to keep my distance from friends. My friends didn't care, or so-called my friends, they didn't care if I went to the church or did all that stuff. But instead, I kept my distance because I kept getting myself in bad habits. And I could say I lived my high school life. I could literally say I lived my high school life, sophomore and freshman year, and like some of junior year, because I went through a lot. I went through a lot of experiences every single day. Every day was something new. And because of that, I became the person who I am. And I can honestly say I lived my high school life. Now it's time to focus on my future so I could be ahead of everybody else. And so that's what I started doing. And it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. And I started realizing that. And I know God's with me through all the way through this hard journey. But at the same time, I know in the future it's all going to count. And so all I can say is, don't worry about it. If people judge you for, oh, you're a Christian, all this stuff, don't go into it. Don't let people judge you at all. Who cares what people think? They got their own stuff going on in their life. They have to fulfill their purpose. What matters is you fulfill your purpose. And so, like I said, don't care what people think, because all those people they're all temporary. They're not going to be in your life 10 years from now. Think about it. This person that you're friends with, and they're not as close as with you right now. Think about 10 years. Are they going to be your friend? Are they close? Are they reliable? No, they're not. You have to think about who are the true people who really care about you as a person, who are going to be with you throughout the years. And so what really matters is, it don't matter if you lose friends at this age, because your circle gets smaller and smaller every year as you get older, and that's true. You can ask a lot of people. You can ask your parents. You can ask your grandparents. They'll tell you the same. And I definitely noticed it, and I experienced many groups throughout high schools. I went to several high schools, and they're all temporary. They're not going to be your friends forever. So don't care what people think. Just focus on what you got to do. How can you improve? And all of that will come to you sooner or later in the future. So don't worry about it now. What you should worry about is just focusing on yourself. That's it.
Creating good soil in your heart that will lead to spiritual growth. And if you didn't remember, we read from Matthew chapter 13, 18 through 23, and it talks about the parable about Jesus talking about the soil. The soil is like our heart. And if we have hardened hearts, it's hard for God's word to really resonate in our hearts and for us to grow spiritually if we do not have rich soil. And so that's the question. How are you creating good soil in your heart that will lead to spiritual growth? And like Jayden says, this is a great opportunity. You guys have opportunity again, to be able to grow, to have that and grow the fruits of the Spirit. So a lot of you take advantage of this. And then the last thing I want to leave you guys with is you have, like I said, a great opportunity to plant yourself in God's word, water yourself in prayer, remove any bad habits, and use everyday life as a path to growth. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. That was from Thursday, and that was the question. So I hope that resonates on your guys' heart this week, that you're just figuring out, how am I going to soften that soil, my heart, and how am I going to open that up more so I can grow more spiritually in God's word. So